calm down.
Well, I think he's a great kid. You know, he's fast, he's pushing, he's redefining the limits, not in a negative way, but in terms of pushing, you know, playing with the car, etc. He's doing a lot of stuff. He's a skilled kid. You know, I like him in general. I think some of the moves on track he needs to learn. He needs to calm down because sometimes I think he's ultimately hurting himself more than he's actually.
They call him the Dutch Lion, a baby-faced monster behind the wheel. But is Max Verstappen truly the greatest Red Bull driver of all time? Today, we're settling the ultimate Red Bull debate, Verstappen versus Vettel. And here's the thing, the numbers don't lie. During their respective tenures at Red Bull Racing, both drivers achieved 4 world championships. Vettel won it from 2010 to 2013. Verstappen claimed his from 2021 to 2024. But here's where it gets interesting. Race wins, Vettel 38, Verstappen 71. Podiums, Vettel 65, Verstappen 127. Pole positions, Vettel 44, Verstappen 40 as of 2025. Laps led, Vettel 3,501. Verstappen over 3,560. Win percentage, Vettel 33.6%, Verstappen 33.9%.
How good is Max, would you say, compared to, you've driven against some of the best racing drivers in history.
But yeah,
Where do you think he places?
very high, and the beauty of it is they're all different.
Yeah.
You cannot compare Max to Lewis. There's not one formula, one recipe to success. Lewis has demonstrated he's the best there's ever been. Max is demonstrating at the minute that he's pulling off something that's never been done before. I think Max is a great driver. He's able to adapt very quickly. He's able to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. He's learned and understood, I think, the sport, and he will get better in that regard, providing he's paying attention. But I think he is. He's not distracted. He's not worrying about which sneakers to put on in the morning, and happy to go racing. That's what he loves.
Even Sebastian Vettel himself has weighed in on who the GOAT is between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Want to know his answer? Stick around to the end of this video. But first, if you love deep dives into F1 greatness, smash that like button and subscribe for more content. I promise I'll keep bringing you the best analysis in the game. So why do they call him the Dutch Lion? It's not just about the wins or the championships. It's about the ferocity, fearlessness, the uncompromising nature of his racing. Remember the 2016 Mexico Grand Prix? A young Verstappen, just 19 years old, defending against the 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel himself. Vettel threw everything at him. Every trick in the book, but Max wouldn't budge. It was like trying to pass through a revolving door that was doing donuts. Vettel's radio messages were pure frustration. He's just a very frustrated guy shouting on the radio like a child. It's ridiculous. That's when the world realized this babyface kid wasn't just talented. He was a monster, a lion protecting his territory. But unlike a real lion that roars to intimidate, Max does his talking on the track. Aggressive? Yes. Ruthless? Absolutely. Effective? The numbers speak for themselves. Let's talk about what makes Verstappen special. His driving style. Vettel was a master of perfection. Smooth, calculated, clinical. He would dominate from the front, controlling the race like a chess grandmaster. 9 consecutive wins in 2013? That's not luck. That's surgical precision. But Verstappen, he's different. He doesn't just win from the front, he can win from anywhere. São Paulo 2024. Started 17th on the grid in pouring rain. Finished first. That wasn't wasn't just a race, that was a statement, a career-defining performance that puts him in the same conversation as Senna's Monaco 1984 and Schumacher's Spain 1996. What sets Max apart is his ability to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Whether it's defending aggressively, attacking in the wet, or extracting performance from a car that's not even the fastest anymore. 2024 proved this perfectly. For 70% of the season, Max didn't have the fastest car. McLaren was quicker, Ferrari was competitive, Mercedes came alive, but Max still won the championship because he maximizes everything. Look at his teammate Sergio Perez in the same car. While Max was winning races, Perez was struggling. It's a pattern we've seen before. Verstappen is a teammate killer, not through politics, but through pure, undeniable pace. As Vettel himself said, Max is able to adapt very quickly. He's able to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. He's not distracted. He's not worrying about which sneakers to put on in the morning. He's happy to go racing. That's what he loves. Now, let's get into why Max is called a monster. It's not just the baby face versus the savage performances. It's the records he's obliterating. Youngest driver to start an F1 race? Max. 17 years old. Youngest race winner? Max. 18 years, 228 days. In his very first race for Red Bull in Spain 2016. Most wins in a single season? Max. 19 wins in 2023, shattering the previous record of 13 held by both Schumacher and Vettel. Most consecutive wins? Max. 10 in a row, breaking Vettel's record of 9 from 2013. But here's what's truly scary. He's still only 27 years old. He's not in his prime yet. He's still improving. Compare that to the legends. At 26, Lewis Hamilton had 1 championship. Max has 4. At 26, Michael Schumacher had 2 championships. Max has 4. At 26, Sebastian Vettel had 4 championships. Max matches him, but with better consistency and fewer mistakes in his later career. What makes Verstappen terrifying for his rivals is that 2024 demonstrated he doesn't need the best car to win. McLaren had Lando Norris in arguably the fastest machine for most of the season, but Norris couldn't capitalize. Why? Because champions find a way, and Max is a champion. So let's answer the question. Who is the real GOAT of Red Bull? Sebastian Vettel built the Red Bull dynasty. 4 consecutive championships from 2010 to 2013. He was the youngest champion ever. He achieved things that seemed impossible, including that legendary streak of 9 consecutive wins. But Max Verstappen, he's taken the blueprint and evolved it. Here's the critical difference. Vettel had the dominant car and dominated. Verstappen has proven he can win without the dominant car. When Vettel left Red Bull for Ferrari, he never won another championship despite having competitive machinery at times. When challenges arose, when the car wasn't perfect, Vettel couldn't adapt. Verstappen thrives in adversity. His 2021 championship against Lewis Hamilton went down to the final lap of the final race. His 2024 championship was won with a car that wasn't the fastest. The stats tell the story. 71 wins versus 38, nearly double. 127 podiums versus 65, nearly double. And Max still has years ahead of him. But respect to Vettel, he paved the way. He showed Red Bull what was possible. Without Seb, there might not be the same winning culture for Max to thrive in. Remember, I promised to tell you what Vettel said about the Hamilton versus Verstappen GOAT debate. Here's what Seb said. The beauty of it is they're all different. You cannot compare Max to Lewis. There's not one formula, one recipe to success. Lewis has demonstrated he's the best there's ever been. But then, he added, Max is demonstrating at the minute that he's pulling off something that's never been done before. I think Max is a great driver. If you pick this year, then I think Max is having an incredible year and he's the man of the season. So at the minute it's Max. Even the man who held the records Max is breaking acknowledges what we're witnessing. The Dutch Lion isn't just a nickname, it's a warning to the rest of the grid. Max Verstappen is the greatest Red Bull driver of all time, and he's not done yet. What do you think? Is Max the Red Bull GOAT? or does Seb still hold that crown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more F1 analysis. I'll keep bringing you the best content on the grid. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.